Alright guys, it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of the game. So far, all my videos have been like extremely basic. Extremely basic. And this not in this basic as in the sense that they're easy, right? Because nothing's easy to learn in this game. But in the sense of once you know these things, you won't be selling your own games indirectly, right? I think when we first started, I would see a lot of games where you guys would have won if you played according to the rules, right? People aren't dying on point and when they're supposed to. People aren't capturing the point when they're supposed to. Um, People are using their ults out of order, right? That's why I made all those videos. So I was like, okay, you guys aren't doing anything wrong. But you're doing no. You guys aren't doing anything. You're good with your characters, but you're not playing the game, right? If this was COD, just get kills, right? But this isn't COD. This is a capture the objective, push the cart type of thing. So it's a little different. So I was showing you, I called all those videos 101 videos, and effectively what they mean is that, again, they're basic, and what I wanted you to get out of those videos is to not deny yourself value, right? Not be giving your team negative value, right? Now in 202, I'm going to be showing you more advanced ideas, more advanced, fighting tactics, so that way instead of throwing your games or denying yourself value. Now you're creating value. Now instead of standing before, let's say you were a tank. I'm using just tank as an example, no one in particular. Somebody would be overextending over there, die, right? That's negative value. You're feeding them at support ult, you're feeding them ults, and your team is not getting ult, right? But now you guys are playing in main. The tank is in the front. He's protecting his team. He's paying attention, right? But now for 202, right? In 101 you were selling, right? I was trying to prevent people from selling. And in 202, now instead of being overextending, you're in main. Now in 202, I want you to be in a position where it enables your team to do even more, right? So before we were negative, now we're even. Now I'm trying to get you guys to be positive, right? To the point where you by yourself are in such a good position where you're creating so much value for your team, even if you're not, say, getting kills, right? So that's one thing. That's why I wanted to clarify that. And second, um, now that we're in higher ranks, or we're going to start being in higher ranks, let's let's have that winner mentality. When things go wrong, all right, it went wrong. Let's move on. Because there'll be games where we push it literally only 3 meters away from the end, and I hear people being like, "Yo, man, we messed up. That wasn't any good." I'm like, dude, 3 meters away from the end? Really? That wasn't good? I've won games where I haven't pushed it at all. But so yeah, and don't be bummed out if we lose the first team fight or the first two, right? If every fight we have let's say we're a good team, right? And we win 70% of our fights, there's still going to be that 30% of the time where we lose, right? And on top of that, there's going to be that 30% of the time where you lose twice in a row. It just happens, even if you're a significantly better team. So don't be bummed out, guys, whenever you lose the first fight or the first two. It happens. It happens, right? Okay. Back to the topic of the video. So we're on to 202 now. The first thing I'm going to go in 202 is advanced DPSing. So that would be high ground, flanking, and off angles. I'm going to do that all in this video, hopefully. Hopefully I don't have to make another one. Hopefully it'll be quick. Um, and I'm going to do another one for tanks, right? Where should the tanks be? You can't just be in the front, making sure you lock down. I'm going to remind you guys to lock down the point very well. I'm going to teach you guys fanning, and I'm going to teach you guys where should the tank should be at the beginning of a fight, because that matters a lot, like a fuck ton. Whenever the tanks are in the bad position at the beginning of the fight, I'm like, it's fucking over, like genuinely, or at least it's gonna be hard for me to do things on Namor or do things on Psylocke. When tanks are doing like a not even a bad job, but when they're doing a mid job, it makes a DPS's job significantly harder. It's really hard to go on an off angle when everybody can't get out of spawn, right? And that's where DPS get most of their value. Okay, again, this video is going to be part one, and I'm going to focus on DPS, off angling, flanking, and high ground. I'm going to start off with Psylocke. There's 5 minutes of Psylocke gameplay, and then I think 5 minutes of Namor gameplay. So let's get into that. Before I even begin, I have to let you guys know, for off angling, high guard, or anything like that, you do it when you're in a winning position or when you're even and your team is doing fine. In a losing position, you go back to main and you retreat. No exceptions. So you'll see, like, so right here, actually, I realized that they have a penny, so I'm like, let me go Psylocke. Psylocke destroys penny, hopefully you'll see why. Game is even. Do I take? Do I go on an off angle high ground or something? The answer is yes, but I have no cooldowns. I'm waiting to have full cooldowns. Boom, full cooldowns. Time to go on the high ground. I'm looking for the nest. That's the first thing I gotta do at Psylocke. That nest is my priority at Psylocke, because if I don't get any kills this game, if I destroy the nest every time, my team will be able to push up. Okay, no cooldowns. Back to main. That's how you play it. If you have no cooldowns, you're in main, right? If you have all of your cooldowns, you go do something. This applies to every single DPS, absolutely no exceptions. Every single DPS. Doesn't matter if you're playing Scarlet Witch, Punisher, Iron Fist. I don't care who it is. Once you have all your cooldowns, you should be doing something that's not being in main, unless you have some specific reason. Even if you have to peel, you should not be in main. I'll explain why. Um, when you're on high ground, right? Let's say my Salak is up here, and my DPS and my supports are getting dove. This is not far at all. I just drop down and shoot at them, or even from up here. If I'm on Neymar or on Salak, I can shoot at them from here. There's no reason why I have to be literally right here to defend him from anything. From here, I can't fucking do anything at all other than help him peel. If I'm up here, I could shoot. If I'm here, I could shoot. And if shit goes bad, I just turn around and go help them, right? There's absolutely no reason why I should be sitting here babysitting them the whole game, right? But I have no cooldowns, so I'm in main. Watch, as soon as I get all my cooldowns, I fucking leave, right? I have to use it to escape from that guy, but as soon as I have all of them, I leave. Nest, focus nest. Broken, okay. High ground, see? I have my cooldowns. The other thing about taking high ground is that once you take high ground, the enemy cannot take high ground. This team's terrible, so they don't even try to go for it like ever. So I get to have this high ground for free, but it's easier to land headshots from here. It's easier for me to see their backline, shoot at their backline, and protect my backline at the same time. Again, if I was down here, I would not be able to do all that. And on top of that, from here, right, it's faster to go that way or to go that way, as opposed to being here in the middle. DPSs, again, should always be, like, not in main. My team dies. Losing position. Now, should I take an off angle or a flank? No. In a losing position, you back off. You go main, and you back up. And that's exactly what I did. Right? My team is losing the fight, so I just back up. Nothing crazy. Losing position, backing up, not doing anything crazy. Is the game even now? Yep. Okay. Gambit ult. They also do Gambit ult. There's a lot of things going on, right? So why do I... Okay. The game is even right now. Everybody's alive. We do Gambit ults, so nobody's gonna die. So I take this opportunity to start setting up for my off angle or flank before Gambit ult ends. Alright, but this guy's on my healer, so I turn around for a second. Alright. Unfortunately, he pops ult here, so my flank goes to nothing, but I think I try to destroy the nest at least. Yeah, but I get out of there. When you're on your high ground, or your off angle, as soon as you start getting pressured, get out of there. Because chances are, you're in a bad position to get healed. The good thing about DPS is that we all have movement abilities. For that reason, that's why you're up here, because you have movement abilities. It also enables you to leave whenever you want to. So again, like the risk reward up here is so much better, right? Somebody's shooting at me, dash, dash, dash. Neymar, bubble. Like if we have all these tools to escape, so we could be in more dangerous positions, right? If let's see, if who's a bad person to be up here? If freaking Hulk was up here, he can't shoot anybody, and he only has his bubble to escape, so they just shoot at him for free. But as DPS, so we can do more than that. This guy almost killed me. He doesn't, because I'm different. Okay, fight started. Should I go on an off angle? Or should I go high ground? Or should I do anything else like that? No. Why? Because I don't have cooldowns. So I'm just sitting in main, waiting for my cooldowns. Behind my tank. Very important. Behind my tank. I see this, whatever her name is. I'm like, alright, I guess you want to die. A lot going on. Notice Notice how they used one support ult. I'm keeping this in mind. Or they used Gambit, right? A second ago, and now they used their last support ult. Notice how I have my ult and I haven't used it yet. Why? Because I have support ults. I have my ult here, so that's what I'm thinking about. But again, no cooldowns. So what am I doing? I'm in main. As soon as that support ult runs out, I would go for mine. And we clean up the fight pretty easily. Breaking the nest. Goodbye nest. Not fighting. Fight ended, we won the fight. Where am I? Not in main. Not in main. I'm in a winning position right now. Why would I be in main? If I get up here, I can start shooting at their supports, the ones who are left, and they would have to focus on main because there's 5 people here and there's a Psylocke up here. So they're gonna focus on main. I'm not gonna get shot at, and I'm gonna get free value. And I could hide here, so I could wait for them to do something stupid and then go. Okay, that's enough of that. Again, Psylocke is not my main. I've been playing her specifically for Penny. Like, she's extremely good against Penny. And she's a lot of fun. That's why I've been playing her. But she's not my main. Like, when you see my Neymar gameplay, you're going to see me be a lot more creative and where I stand and stuff. And I don't even have movement like her, right?